Shakes something to Rwanda. No goals here. Beyond the Hudi. Beyond the Horda Stadium. Almeida again. Perfectly timed. 90 Mugabe. That's well played by Mugisha. That is equally good. 4 fights on. And making baby steps forward. That's terrific play. Mugisha gets behind the defence. Good ball there. Nobody there. Mugisha again. She's there, Mugisha. Team Mugisha is on the park. Get rid of it. Just wide of the striker and shooting. Better. Much better by Rwanda. Sensing. No one getting substitutions are warming up for Bennett. Rwanda just found there. Certainly one best chance of the game. Second, could so easily have led to the goal. Cross slightly overhead. Agonizingly. Just too far out of the reach and it shoots his boot. CC back in the starting 11. The line on match day 7 didn't feature at all in match day 8. Oh, well. For the Doku. See too much of him in the second half. Well, he picked up the action in the first 45. Again, the first touch. Protein's first touch. Not always a frenetic pace, but when it hots up, the intensity is cranked up. That's when the great players come to the fore. Well played, well done. Critic, thank you. RWA Pizarro. Leave it to the captain. Good move. Benjamin, Mugisha. Outside force, back inside. Field is Imana. That's the idea. Behind the lines, behind the defence. Push the goal! The save! Still alive! No. They're starting to believe now, Rwanda. Substitutes. Sharing on the team. Well, offside. Wouldn't have counted anyway. But no matter. They're getting better. And it's a good call as well. Good decision. But that's the right idea. If they're to break this defence, playing between the defenders, behind the defence, reaching those defensive lines, that's the way forward for Rwanda. Sensible balance. To Uhuru. There's a switch. First touch is heavy. Looks like he was offside as well. Indeed he was. Confirmation. Players for Tonji. The pace is a lot better. The second half already. Almeida doing what he does so well, Ceci Almeida. Mopping up the pressure, moving up, any loose balls, just confronting his back four. Spectacular role, but my word, is it important. The great players, Yaya Toure, the great African midfielders, he's expert at that. And he's dropped deep here, it's Doku Doku. Almeida. Uhuru forced to cut inside. Middle of the Rwandan sandwich there. Well done. Not pleased with the pass. Uhuru trying to explain himself. You can see his point. He was under pressure. Again, up RWA. Is he on the sideline? We've reached the hour mark. Generally, international football, you start seeing the replacements, substitutions. We've seen them warming up. More and more so in a game which is stalemates like this one. Good burst of speed by Kevin Muhire. Good pass as well. Played out wide to the Benjamin. Mugisha changes direction. Forced back. Well played, Rosh. Dangerous, clear. Present there. Good switch. Neil Gobble. Brazil. Jockey by his defender. Well played. Is it to Neil Gobble? Miranda. Retain the ball. Change direction. Out to you know who. Mugisha. Taking respect to Bennett. Two players. Shadowing him. One shadowing him. One in the shadows. Sounds like you've seen that today. Lots of concentration. That time. By Neil Mugabe. The stakes are high. Waddle. He's one throw. Substitute throws in. He's won a corner kick. Well played. That's what they've brought him on for. See too many corner kicks in this game. Set pieces could be crucial. Let's see what happens here. And see. Percy just got the better off. Taking their time over the corner. Tony Doku has gone over for it. We saw Dosu take corner in the first half. It's left the game. A bit of Archie the penalty area. Corner. Stepped in. Easily won. No direction in the header by Steve Mounier. Mounier, the obvious target. Top scorer for his team. Top scorer in the group. They've got together. Nice. Damage with its station. And then pinned back. A moment. Just two yellow shirts. Three now. He's out across the halfway line. Mugabe. It hasn't been a classic. Far from it. But that hasn't stopped these fans from generating terrific atmosphere in the stands here at the P Stadium. Amahora. 50,000. Capacity 50,000 plus. What they would give to see a goal. Well, Raptor, of course. The best pleased if it came from cheaters of Bennett. You get that. Speaking country. It's Bennett. It's the switch. Well, he managed to keep it in, which is a credit in itself. Quizera. But the control was a different question altogether. Spot of crap. For Jorge Quizera. Needs a teammate to help him out, surely. He's two. There's a switch. On humid conditions here. Rwanda capital Kigali. Well, the medics are on the pitch. I assumed it was cramped. Looked like cramp. He suddenly pulled up. Let's hope it's not anything more serious for his sake. Rwanda's. Substitute. Waiting in the wings. And maybe someone as well. Just saw and said Ishimre. Rwanda team meeting going on in midfield. Something's got to give in this game. Yeah, for Rwanda to get any joy. Yeah, the shoot of World Cup glory. Neither of these sides has ever reached the World Cup finals. And that in itself is a credit to their performance that they're actually matching the likes of African heavyweights, South Africa, especially Nigeria. Just a reminder of the standings. Benin and South Africa. No change there. They were top of the pile. Start of today, start of the games. They're both drawing 0-0. So that puts them on 15. But menacingly, Nigeria with 1 point behind them. Virtually. Nigeria are leading in their game away at Lesotho. And we're what? Halfway through the second half. It's the end of the match. Thierry Manzi. No, I think it is. No, it's not. Just to rush onto the pitch straight away. You can't do that. He needs the referee's assent, referee's agreement, and now he's got it. Oh, the world, he looks up. Dangerous ball in. Well, potentially dangerous in the air. No challenge on Rwanda's goalkeeper, Jacques Ntwari, and that's why Manzi was in such a rush to get back onto the pitch because he knew his team needed him, potentially in a tight spot. But for all the world, his facial expression and body language looked like a player about to leave the field of play. Well, the momentum's gone out of the game with just 20 minutes left. Going to Bennett. Dodoko muscled off the ball. But his team keep hold of it. Play all the way back. Two-0. Nigeria now lead in their away game against Lesotho. Everything shaping up for that finale. 10th and final game, World Cup qualifying after the weekend, of course. Jessica Almeida, man on the ball, to the Doku. Klaus as a referee. Right decision, it seems. We're here, eh? He's been dispossessed. Shot comes in. The referee was well behind that action. First viewing, it looked like a foul. Not given. Advantage. Here it is again, reverse angle. Judge for yourselves. Touchy in the head of the shot. It looked like he took a deflection. So advantage to Bennett. Substitute to a sit, take. Love chain by the Bennett team. They got behind each other, it's a decent delivery. See much on him. Went behind Steve Mooney. Mooney, it's pretty deep to begin with. Then second hesitation in defence. Finds Hernanzi. To be punished. It's a shoulder punch. No, says the referee. Almeida. Quite a few touches. Uru plays it first time. Danny looking menacing. Uhuru, hopeful ball to midfield. Mounier does what Mounier does. Controls it effortlessly with Sutu and pull the goal back. Going to make for an interesting end to that clash. This African qualifying World Cup Group C game. 17 minutes left. Sutu, of course, still with an outside chance of disqualifying, winning the group themselves, would you believe? Very slim chance, it has to be said. This side of the day, 5th place. Scrappy by both teams. That's better. By Mounier. Back to Hutonji. And they just run on the same pace there. And that's down to fatigue, you have to feel. 15 minutes to go. Need a settling, tiring game. As I said, both physically and mentally. Just got off in the nick of time. We do the Doku, breathing down his neck. First touch. A bit edgy in defence here, Ramanda. It goes a full-on press. Doku needing the charge. Goalkeeper just gets the ball away in the nick of time. Once again, can you run the mill from here? 50 minutes left here. Behind the Horror Stadium. Good weight and angle on the pass. Udisha. Head Benjamin. Good ball in. Danger still alive. Is there a nice idea? Sensible, just point it into the penalty area. Quickly taken, too quickly for the referee by Busy. And now, we get those substitutions. Coming on will be Jorge Pizarro. He's going to be replaced by RWA. Pizarro. It's a maternal gesture, pat on the shoulder from his coach, Adelan Rouge, to the doctor. In the walls, there's a stretcher for him. Could this be the last? The influential Benny midfielder plays in. Didn't look to be badly injured. It looked like a bad fatigue, cramp maybe. Wonder. Keep an eye on that. See what attention he gets. To be panting. Time for the night spray. Energy drink, liquids on board. He tells me he'll be back on the pitch in no time at all. Play goes on. Miranda, good curling ball to the edge of the penalty area, the 6-yard box. Back in again. She's better by Miranda. I played Roru. Shot flashes in and is charged down and out of play. Miranda trying to capitalise on the extra man advantage. Referee's too busy. Good ball with 10. Into the area. Shot comes in. Left and right the mark. Miranda Benin, the captain, Busy trying to motivate the fans. So what about taking it quickly with Busy He can't be short. No, he's whipped it in. Good delivery. Bounces out. Still win. The Wasps of Miranda. Yamavubi. The best of balls in. Back to a yellow shirt. With composure. Very good play. Used by Kavita. Didn't panic. Miranda down the left channel. It's good defensive play. To be nice, everyone will hear it. Judging by his facial reaction, that's not a throw in, that's not a corner, but a goal kick. Exactly that. More substitutions. Looks like Dodu Doku has played his last part of this game. There's your confirmation. He's going to be replaced by Razak Rashidu. Also off, Andri Utonchi. Utonchi replaced by Kiki. And this time, Dodu Doku stretched it off again. This time it looks more serious though. We just saw. And the Zoom come on as well. We see the replay. So a triple substitution. There's a shot. Busy man. He knew that was an opportunity. And here, down the other end, he got it. The opening goal of the game. Brilliant play by Benin. And would you believe it? It's a substitute. He's barely been on the pitch. A matter of seconds. But Romanic Amasu has broken the deadlock and given Benin the lead. And what a precious goal that could prove to be. Well, it happened so fast, we barely got sight of it. Confusion due to the several substitutions. The one man kept his focus. Superstar Anderson. Look at this. Technical instructions for choosing the first substitute in the game. It happened so quickly, the camera was on 14 and the zoo. But it's choosing. He's lapping up the applause and the credit. We need another look at it. Keep your head. Seems to be the message. Here he is again. Route one from the goalkeeper. All the way. Not the best angle. We can't see it. This is a much better angle. And there's your confirmation. It is Tosin. Icon Tosin. First substitute of the game. Keeps his cool. Terrific header. And Amasu with the assist. Tosin finishing off the job. He still had work to do. Good speed. 1-0 to Benin. The deadlock's broken. And now Rwanda do have to throw caution to the wind. With just 8 minutes left. 8 minutes of the regulation 90, that is. It will complete stoppage time here. Long throw into the penalty area. Headed out just as quickly. Well played. Almeida preventing the corner kick. While I was talking about clinical execution, was going to be the difference between the two teams, and we saw it there. Benin showing their class with a Route 1 goal straight from the boots of their goalkeeper, Marcel Danginou. That will put Benin in position at the top of this group. Benin now, as it stands, they have 17 points. South Africa 15, Nigeria 14, Rwanda stuck on 11. Fine margins. There is the confirmation. Benin sitting pretty at the top. 2 points ahead of South Africa, 3 ahead of Nigeria even, 6 ahead of their opponents, today's host, Rwanda. Mosesi Almeida, such an expressive face. Giving a talking to from the referee. Winning 1-6. 10 minutes time. If the scoreline stays the same, he won't mind that at all. Great pass for the Uhuru under pressure on the back foot here. Good recovery. Clearance. Hopeful ball forward. Rwanda in the foot race. Another captain. Dizimana needs to lead them. Margins just before the goal. Dizimana had a chance on goal. And that gone in. Different ballgame. Different story. As it is. Benin are now in the box seat. Not just in this game, but in the group. It's a funny old game. Need I remind you, in match day 10, Benin, in their final game, they travel to Nigeria. What a mouth-watering match that promises to be. It's going to be a shootout. Rwanda might have something to say about that before. holding patiently. We'll hear it. The thick of the action. Gisha forced to play back. Bending their mistake from earlier on. Double marking. Shubham Gisha. Burst inside. Well, taking the play nicely. Need to do something with it. Ronald Mugisha to his captain. Bizimana goes for goal. Took a deflection. Might even have been off the referee's foot. Referee intervening. It did come off his foot. Well, the reason why Sessi Dalmeida was protesting so strongly is he picked up a yellow card. Second of the game, both can intervene. If the scoreline stays the same, then that won't bother them one shot. Going around her again. Good ball in! Desperate clearance. That had more height in the air. He did distance, but he did the job. Good shot, good cross by Neil Mugabe. Bizimana. Mugisha. Shubham Mugisha. He drifts it onto the left side. He's capable of playing on both wings. This is his namesake, Barnum Mugisha, the captain. Nice ball. Kept in. That's unlucky. Had he not stalled, he would have been okay there in the sense of shooting. I think that was inflicted by this man, the goal scorer. Michael goes in, and here's the goal again. Good one from his goalkeeper. Meunier with the header. Amersu creating the goal. Terrific speed by the substitute, you've got to say. Romaric Amersu. And equally good speed by Michael Joseph. That was that. Only goal of the game so far. And here they come again. Rashidu. Part of that triple substitution. Meunier on the Telegraph. Around the counter. Preparing. Their first substitution, would you believe? They'll have to wait. Left it late. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes of the 90 minutes. Now they have made one substitution, of course. Vizera replaced by Ruboneka. Lost sight of that because it happened. Same time, give or take. Triple substitution by Bennett. I think that worked wonders. And the suit, one of those three, playing a direct part of the goal with the assist. But Michael closing 50-50. Clearance. Different situations, different measures, and all that. Now here is that second substitution for Aranda. Off comes in the sense of shooting. He is replaced by a baby. And we have a confirmation from another game. Full-time score. Sutu 1, Nigeria 2. Nigeria setting up a grandstand finale against Benin next week. What a match that promises to be. One throw coming from Kabita. Edge of the 6-yard box. Back out of the area. Kabita again. He stayed up for it. Bizimana was back to Shubham Mugisha. Edge of the penalty area. Shot rained in. Blocked. 5 minutes of additional time. That's a lifeline for Rwanda. Stay of execution, if you like. Good drop of the shoulders, good burst of speed. Nearly game over. Just not enough on it. Just for defending by this man, Neo Mugabe. They're going to keep their focus, Rwanda. This is so hard for them. They've huffed and they've puffed. They've run their socks off. But they've just come up short. Rashidou certainly is a substitute. Razak Rashidou. Kiki. Chuck it into the back, it seems. 3.5 minutes to go. I can tell you, Zimbabwe, South Africa, final score there 0-0. Rwanda launch another attack. Whistle's gone. Referee's arm was up. Good point. So was this man. His assistant. Off comes Captain Marvel, Steve Mounier. And he's replaced by Samadou. Samadou's a defender. So that tells you everything you need to know about Benin's intention. The final few minutes, I say that, and here they come on the attack. Next form of defence, of course, is attack. It's a blind pass straight to Rwanda. Benin, game management, that's the big spot on here. The top of the group. They've got 2 points clear of South Africa. 3 points clear of Nigeria for that mouth-watering showdown next week. Ball flashed into the box. Rudisha couldn't control his header. That's a pity. They're trying. My oh my, they're trying Rwanda. The Wasps, Yamavubi, desperately trying to get something for these fans. And he got there first to get him his. Couldn't control his header. Nowhere near it. He was off balance.